In China, at least 4 people have been killed and more than 100,000 evacuated after heavy rains caused extensive flooding in Guangdong province. The government issued its highest-level rainstorm warning on Tuesday as rains continued to batter the south of the country. Meteorologists in the megacity of Shenzhen warned citizens the risk of flash floods was very high. Chinese state media said it was a once-in-a-century event. DW's Phoebe Kong is following this story from Hong Kong. Phoebe, what's the situation now in that flooded region of southern China?
Well, the unusual and widespread rainfall has started in the southern part of China, Guangdong province, since last week, and it has lasted for a couple of days, making it one of the record-breaking rainfall in April in the history of the province. And so far, it has caused at least 4 deaths, and some 60,000 residents have been evacuated to a safer ground. And now it has caused tens of millions of dollars of economic loss in China already. And so now the government is ramping up its effort to send boats and emergency personnel to rescue and also search for the missing residents remained in the more rural areas in the province. Now speaking about the China as the second largest world economy in the world, that Guangdong province in the southern part of the country is actually one of its most economic important engine to the country, and also has the most populous population across the country, with a population of more than 100 million people living in Guangdong province. So the impact is very great, and in the coming few days ahead, the authorities are still observing the rain, although that it has eased a little bit so far right now.
Phoebe, how much is climate change being recognized by officials in China as a driving factor behind these floods?
Well, weather events in China has become more intense and unpredictable in the recent years, that we have also observed record-breaking rainfalls in Beijing and Hong Kong just last year. And according to the latest report published by the UN's World Meteorological Organization, it said Asia is the most hard-hit region regarding in terms of the climate change disasters. And over 80% of the hydrometeorological events are about like floods and rainfalls. It has caused thousands of deaths just last year already. And so speaking about the China's efforts that we have observed just last month in the National Political Congress in Beijing, known as the 2 session, that the government has set up one of the few quantitative climate targets in its year plan in 2024, and that is to reduce the energy intensity by 2.5% in the coming year. That means the energy consumption per unit of GDP. But analysts is worried about the actual progress of meeting these targets, because the target settled this year is described as modest and lower than expectation. And also considering the slowing economy of China suffering right now, observers are concerned that it will drag the government's feet in terms of green energy transition effort and all those green policies, because right now the more pressing issues for China is to accelerate growth in its economy and to support those energy-intensive industries. So
Right.
It could be like a worrying factors for China to step its investment in terms of the green policies.
Phoebe, thank you very much. That was DW's Phoebe Kong in Hong Kong.